Most people think mental strength means being loud, being confident, or always winning. But psychology says something very different. Real mental strength is invisible. It's how someone behaves when no one is clapping, when life is unfair, and when emotions beg them to react. If someone does these things consistently, they're mentally stronger than 90% of people. Let's break it down. Point 1. They stay calm while being misunderstood. Mentally weak people panic when misunderstood. They explain. They defend. They beg to be seen correctly. Mentally strong people don't. They understand one brutal truth. You don't need to be understood by everyone, only by yourself. They save energy. They protect peace. And they move forward quietly. Point 2. They control reactions, not emotions. Mental strength doesn't mean you don't feel pain. It means pain doesn't control your behavior. Strong minds feel anger, but choose silence. They feel sadness, but choose discipline. They feel fear, but choose action. Reaction is instinct. Control is power. Point 3. They walk away without closure. Weak minds chase explanations. Strong minds accept reality. Mentally strong people don't need final conversations. They don't need apologies. They don't need answers. They understand. Some doors close quietly for your protection. Point 4. They are comfortable being alone. Loneliness destroys weak minds. Solitude sharpens strong ones. Mentally strong people enjoy their own thoughts. They recharge in silence. They don't fear being alone. They fear losing themselves in noise. Point 5. They don't seek validation. They don't post to be approved. They don't speak to impress. They don't live for applause. Their confidence comes from inner alignment, not external praise. When you know who you are, validation becomes optional. Point 6. They accept uncomfortable truths. Quickly strong minds don't lie to themselves. They admit mistakes. They face flaws. They accept reality even when it hurts. Because growth begins where excuses end. Point 7. They let people underestimate them. Mentally weak people scream their value. Mentally strong people let results speak. Being underestimated gives them freedom. Freedom to observe. Freedom to prepare. Freedom to strike quietly. Point 8. They don't explain their silence. Silence is not weakness. It's a boundary. Strong minds don't announce withdrawals. They don't justify distance. They disappear peacefully when respect disappears first. Point 9. They choose discipline over motivation. Motivation fades. Discipline remains. Mentally strong people show up even when they don't feel like it, because consistency builds identity. Point 10. They forgive without reconnecting. Forgiveness is internal. Reconnection is optional. Strong minds forgive to release emotional weight, not to reopen wounds. They forgive, but never forget the lesson. Point 11. They don't fear being disliked. Approval is addictive. Freedom begins when you stop chasing it. Mentally strong people accept being misunderstood, judged, or disliked. They know not everyone is meant to understand your journey. Point 12. They respond slowly to emotional triggers. Weak minds react instantly. Strong minds pause. They breathe. They observe. They respond with intention. Power lives in the pause. Point 13. They protect their energy ruthlessly. They don't argue with fools. They don't chase draining people. They don't attend every invitation. Mental strength is knowing where not to invest energy. Point 14. They don't talk about plans. Talking feels productive. Execution changes lives. Strong minds move in silence. They build privately. They win quietly. Point 15. They accept that growth means losing people. Not everyone grows with you. Mentally strong people understand that evolution creates distance. They don't beg people to stay. They let alignment decide. Point 16. They say no without guilt. They don't over-explain boundaries. They don't apologize for self-respect. A simple no protects time, focus, and peace. Point 17. They stay calm during chaos. When others panic, strong minds slow down. They think clearly. They lead quietly. Chaos exposes character. Point 18. They focus only on what they can control. They release outcomes. They release people. They release past mistakes. They focus on effort, attitude, and consistency. Worry drains power. Acceptance restores it. Point 19. They turn pain into structure. Pain doesn't break them. It organizes them. They turn suffering into discipline, clarity, and strength. Pain becomes fuel, not identity. Final power. Mental strength isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. It's quiet, calm, and extremely rare. If you saw yourself in these signs, you're already ahead of most people.